that. So in this video I will obviously be doing a side-by-side of Lolita and Makeup Revolution palette, which is supposedly the dupe for this palette, or a potential dupe for the Lolita palette. There are 8 shades in here and 12 in here, so already you know there are going to be some differences, but I was curious to see if this would be a good dupe for the Lolita palette, and also it was requested by many people that I do a tutorial for this look right here, somewhere over here, and this is also kind of what I wear on an everyday basis. This is my everyday go-to look if I have time for this. I don't always have time for this. If I don't, then I just throw on a wing, some lashes, and some red lipstick, and I'm good to go. So, but if I have more time, this is what I usually do, especially when I first got the Lolita palette. So I also decided to do this because it was requested that I do a tutorial for this look and the look that I showed, but a lot of you mentioned that you wouldn't buy from Kat Von D with everything that's going on with her, and so you would watch the tutorial. You would appreciate a tutorial if I included a dupe, so that's why I have this. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so I guess let's just jump right on into it. Okay, so I'm going to do Lolita on this eye and Makeup Revolution on this eye, and hopefully this works. All right, well, this is actually my first time trying makeup by Makeup Revolution. So, all right, we are going to start by going in with Con Amor, and just a fluffy blending brush. This is the Real Techniques base shadow brush. If there is any brush you have to do your eyes with, I would suggest this one. It comes in a set, I believe, so, but yes, this is my favorite brush ever, and I can't not have her use this brush, so alright, hopefully this goes well. Alright, so I'm just gonna start by going into my crease. Now, because my eyes are hooded, I do have to bring the color up, like make sure, like my crease naturally is right here, but then of course because my eyes are hooded, when I look up the hood sort of covers a lot, especially at lid space, so I'm gonna have to bring it up quite a bit. I mean, you do want to use your natural eye socket shape as a guide for how to blend out the eyeshadow. But because my eyes are hooded, like if you have hooded eyes, which means like when you open your eyes, the skin up here just sort of comes a little too far down and it covers like all the lid space ever, then I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, so I'm just using very light, feathery motions to blend this out. So when working with the eyeshadow, you want to apply it first, which means you dip in the brush and then you go like, you know, you place it and then you slowly and gently move the brush where you want the color to be, and then from there you just use whatever is left on the brush as well as the pigment that is already on your eyes to just blend and feather it out. I'm also going to bring Con Amor onto my lower lid and just blend that out. Alright, now the color that most closely matches that in the Makeup Revolution palette would be this one, I think. So, and thankfully it's a matte. I mean, it looks like it has some sparkle in it, but it's not like a shimmer shade like some of these other ones. So I'm going to go in, I'm gonna spot clean my brush to get away. Well, I don't know if you would call this ghetto, whatever. This is what I do and it works, so whatever. All right, and now I'm going to go in with that. I'm still gonna use the mirror in the Lolita palette though to see. I think this shade might more accurately, yeah, because this shade is a little cooler and darker than this one. So I think this one in the Makeup Revolution palette is more like, would be like a cross between Lolita and Con Amor in Kat Von D's palette. But these colors are actually pretty pigmented, which I'm glad about, considering how much this whole palette was worth, or what it cost. So kudos to Makeup Revolution. It's not like bam pigment, but it's like, hey, this is buildable pigment. Like if you were to like dip your brush in it the first time, use it, there wouldn't be like nothing, if that makes sense. So you can already see how this eye is lighter than this eye. Okay, they look splotchy, but they're not. I promise I blended well, okay. Anyways, so yeah, that's already a difference, which is kind of disappointing. You could try using this shade, but it's honestly more of a brown. I don't even know why it's in here, because there are no browns in the Lolita palette. But all right, next I am going to go in with Recuerdos, or whatever, this one from the Lolita palette, into the crease to deepen it. Now when you go into the crease to deepen it, you want to use a slightly firmer brush and a more pointed, smaller brush. I don't have a necessarily like pointed crease brush, but this is what I always use in my crease when I go to deepen it. So now if you have hooded eyes like me, when you deepen the crease, you want to start like naturally, like you like just follow your eyes naturally and be very, very light-handed with it. And then after you've applied and blended, you make sure you want to look up or like straight. That way you can see if you need to apply more, if that makes sense, because usually I need to bring it up more, just a little bit, so it peeks out from where this crease line is right here because of my hood. Otherwise it'll just look like, it'll still look like this is too heavy. So I'm actually gonna go back in with Con Amor a little bit. I'm gonna go back in with Recuerdos. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. Now because there's no eyeliner for this look, normally I don't really care about what happens right here because my eyeliner usually covers it. Oops. But there's no eyeliner in this look, so. Now when it comes to blending darker colors with the colors that you already put down, you want to make sure you don't blend them like out into the other color too much, because then it'll start to look muddy. And that's not good, like muddy to the point where you can't differentiate between colors and it looks like it's just one big ugly splotch of color. on your face, which you don't want, unless you do. Okay, now, since there isn't a color that matches this in the Makeup Revolution palette, which totally freaking sucks, like, come on. At least not one that's that's not shimmery. Ugh, I hate using shimmers. Okay, I hate using shimmers on places other than my inner corner and my lid because I'm not trying to bring the hood out. I'm trying to keep it in. Thank you. All right. It looks like this one most closely matches that color. I just don't know if it'll be dark enough is the thing. But we'll try it and see, and if it's not dark enough, then we'll go in with the darkest purple shade. Oops, okay. Your shimmers aren't as powdery as their mattes are. It's okay. It is pigmented, which is good. It takes a little more effort to blend. But it's soft and creamy, which is good. I like creamy. I kind of want to go in with the other color just to see if it'll be darker and how well it'll look. Okay. Or how it'll look. I'm totally gonna wear my glasses today because I don't have time to take all this off before work, so my glasses will hide it. And if people ask why they look different, then I can just tell them. All right, now I'm gonna go in with, on the lid, on the outer part of the lid, I'm gonna go in with Hermosura, whatever that one. And then on the very inner corner, I'm gonna go in with Promesa. I'm gonna go in with just a flat shader brush. Okay, these are very important to have, especially when you're applying something, when you're packing color onto the lid. So just going in with I want to say Hermosa, but I don't know if that's not right. Hermosura. I'm actually gonna put just a little bit of Lolita right here. Now I'm gonna go in with Promesa. There are totally no shades in this palette that match either of those that I used, so that is nice. Because these shades right here are more like, they're more cream, like skin colored beige type cream shadows, as opposed to lilac, pastel, lavender that these are, which totally sucks. So my eyes are definitely gonna be all off. That's nice. All right, so I'm gonna go in, gosh, this sucks. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this one on the very outer of my eye. I wish this had a mirror on the outside right here, like I did with Lolita. It's totally not then okay, I don't like that. All right, so never mind. I'm just gonna do what I did with Hermosura with this shade. So I'm gonna put this on my lid, and then I'm gonna put this shade on my inner corner. Okay, now I'm going to go put on some lashes and I will be back. So here you can see the difference more closely. Kind of, I'm sorry, the front camera on my phone isn't very high quality, but I mean, for the most part, I guess they're the same, but there's definitely, I hated how I struggled to find like matching shades for the most part, and I mean, I understand that there's more shades in the Makeup Revolution palette as opposed to the Lolita palette, but, and I mean, this is my first experience with them. I don't know if they do legitimate straight up dupes or if they just make palettes that are kind of like higher end ones, if that makes sense. So, but I mean, it did a good job. They are pigmented, so that's good, and buildable, and they blend well. So yeah, I wouldn't say this is a great exact dupe for the Lolita palette, but if you were to get anything, I suppose this would be the one to get. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and you guys are awesome, and I'm so glad I got to film again. I guess I'll see you in my next video.